Hello, James Neathery here. It's December 21st, 2017, and the news is not only all about Bitcoin, but it's also about the new tax plan that was passed. And I'm just adding my 2 cents to the big wide world on the tax plan, right? There's all kinds of information out there, and there's all kinds of information that's been out there. The House plan, the Senate plan, the reconciliation, some rule violations, and, Trump's ready and set. It's passed and Trump's ready. President Trump is ready to sign it into law in January, I believe. And, the title is important, I think. I've come to learn that the title of any act or any legislation is very important because generally, whatever the title of the act or the legislation is, you can just about bet it's a matter of time before a 180-degree outcome from the title is going to be apparent, okay? So whatever the title is, whatever the government, right, titles, however they title law, legislation, or plan, right, you can just about bet that 180 degrees opposite of the title is going to be the truth. And now do your research and see if I'm wrong about that. I've come to learn that, right? So this plan is the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, right? Now, do I think it's going to lower taxes? No. Do I think it's going to, help the economy? Yes, I do. The Trump administration, just the mere fact that he became president, shocked most all of us, even him. He didn't think he was going to win, my opinion, and here he won. And so that does, his administration has absolutely helped the economy. And I believe that's going to continue. But, this is really about my comments on the tax plan that was passed. Number one, whatever the title is in a government plan, a government legislation, 180 degrees opposite of the title is what is really going to come into reality over a period of time. And we'll discover that as time goes forward, right? We'll get all the details and we'll push through the details. All the CPAs, accountants, and financial gurus are going to put in their opinion and calculations and how much money is it going to save. Let's don't forget that they've changed some thresholds, right? Yes, they've changed some brackets, there's no question. They've also changed some thresholds and they've eliminated some deductions, right? And my opinion is, at the end of the day, it's not going to make a hill of beans difference to the you and me all-American individual, right? Maybe a couple $100, maybe a couple of $1,000. It's not going to change your life. It's not going to change my life. Will it help the economy? Sure, it'll help the economy. I think the economy is going to go like gangbusters until there's a problem. See, there's never a problem until there's a problem. It all reminds me of 30 years ago. That was the first presidential election that I was able to vote in, Ronald Reagan. And he reformed the tax code, one of the largest restructuring of the tax code to history up to that point. 1986, right? They simplified the tax code, reduced the amount of brackets. At that time, the top bracket was upwards of 70%. Think about that. However, there were an awful lot of deductions. So when they reduced the brackets, they eliminated most of the deductions, okay? And now look at what's happened over the last 30 years. The brackets have crept upward. And we still have fewer deductions. The same thing is going to happen here. And if you ever noticed how money is politicized, right? The right, the left, it's all political rhetoric. They're not simplifying the tax code. They're cutting some brackets, they're raising thresholds, and they're eliminating deductions. At the you and me level, not much is going to change. Might save a few hundred or several $1,000s. It's not enough to change your life. They're eliminating more tax deductions, and it has a sunset provision, and they're never going to add back in deductions. Think about that. It's no different than the tax code of 1913, right? That's when the tax code the income tax code became permanent. And hell, they were still trying to pay for the Spanish-American War. 1913, right? Most people didn't even have to pay taxes in 1913. And here we are over 100 years later, and the tax brackets have changed. The deductions, exemptions, exclusions, carryovers have all changed. The net amount of dollars that we have to pay in taxes continues to creep up. There's no difference here. The same thing is going to apply, right? They're making changes in the brackets, but they're also making changes in the thresholds and the deductions. Right? The net amount of dollars that we pay out of our pocket is not enough to make a difference, is my point. Is it going to help the economy? Of course it's going to help the economy. I'm not saying that it's not. I hope it does. There's no question that I hope it does, and it will for a time period. There's a sunset provision. The administration is going to change. They've got their toe in the door. They've taken away more deductions. They've changed the brackets, the thresholds, and they're going to creep up in your lifetime. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't believe I am. And so it's almost a yawn. Well, they've done a bunch of work. It's all political, right? The net effect at the you and me level is you're still going to have to be responsible for your money. You still have to think outside of the box. Of course, you got to play within the rules, right? Abide by the rules. In the tax code, there's no effort or there's no benefit in trying to tax evade, right? No question about that. But you need or you should remain focused on your money, your cash flows, the characterization of your accounts, what's taxable, what's tax deferred, what you have access to. The short of it is this Tax Cut and Jobs Act isn't going to help you and me to the level that they are presenting that it will. You still have to be responsible. You still have to be diligent. You have to be disciplined when it comes to your money and your finances. While I believe it will help the economy, you have to make hay while the sun shines, right? Get to it. But be diligent, be prudent, be disciplined, right? Don't rely on the government, right, or the tax code to give you an illusion of a benefit and count on that, right? You take responsibility for your money, your finances, and post haste, get to it, right? So hey, how are you? Hello, how are you? Here it's December 21st, 19, or, oh my gosh, right? Okay, go. And I gotta take this. This James.
Hey James, this is Jeff with Lafayette. How's it going, sir?
It's going good. How are you? Now I know. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the call. I really do.
Hey, you're welcome, James. Have a great Christmas. Have a great season, all right?
All right, you too. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you think it was helpful, share it with a friend. If you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe down below and click the bell icon so you can be notified when we release new videos. And we are releasing new content all the time. Don't miss it.